Hey everyone, Brandon and Phillip here with Slakker Racing, and today we are doing the dyno testing of a 4.1 liter Cayman engine. This one is another one of our boosted builds. It has a Garrett G30-770 turbo on it with a TL wastegate with a 7.5-inch spring in it, and so we are excited to see what this one will do. Expecting around 535 on this build, but we're thinking the torque will get up pretty quickly on it. We really tried to right size the turbo on this so that we had as little lag as possible and we could have it kick in early. And because we're limiting the boost pressure to 7.5 PSI, we don't have to go with quite as big of a turbo because we're not gonna need as much of it up top. That should make the drivability really nice, but also get a lot of power really quickly on these engines. We did drop the compression ratio a little bit on it. We went with of course, the Hartech closed deck cylinders, which essentially is very similar to the Mezger design in that we're closing the deck up at the top. We're supporting the cylinders at the top, the middle, and the bottom. Even beyond what the Mezger has, the Hartech design has a much beefier top half of the cylinder. We've got some custom-made Potter rods for this build, and then we're using the TurboWerx TurboWerx 175 oil scavenge pump. What I like about that one is it's rated from 0 to 1.5 gallons per minute, so it can run dry, and then once it gets more oil, it reprimes itself and continues to go. But that keeps a constant vacuum on the oil return of the turbo. These specific ball bearing turbos have much quicker spool up. They're a higher performing turbo, but you also have to be careful because they can't handle the same amount of oil that a journal bearing turbo can. For that matter, we have a 30 thou restrictor on the oil feed that we have coming into it off of the head. Bring you in here and kind of show you what we've got going on. It's always a challenge to get this, get these set up in the dyno room, but we've got a Slakker blue TL wastegate. Here's our Garrett G30-770 turbo. We're running into what was an existing intercooler on this build, and then here's our TurboWerx scavenge pump down here, pulling the oil off of it. And so we're excited to see what this one will do. It's already been broken in. It's already had the initial testing done. Everything looks good. So now we've just got to turn on the water for the air intercooler, start dialing in the ECU a little bit better, the Motec M130 that we typically use on the dyno, and then we'll be able to do some power runs. So come along.
Hey guys, while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. All right, we are set up for a 600 pull. Okay. Our rate 600, 3 to 5 right now.
All right, so we've got a little temp in it. We've got our water, got everything set up. Lambdas look good. Water temps look good. IATs look good. Pulling a little fueling on the trim. Knock this down to okay. I haven't gotten to mess with this one much, so let's see, let's work through our way on up a little bit and see how it does. We're gonna go, we're starting at what? We're gonna try and start at 2,000?
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be a little lower than we normally start, but we really wanna see how this turbo does with the, how this smaller turbo does early on. Do you have it rate limited at all?
Oh, I need a rate limit at, yeah, I set it 3,000. Now it's at 2,000.
Okay. Easy there, Sprocket.
spooling like instantly.
What's that?
This thing's spooling crazy fast.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to be ready for that. It likes air.
It does. I'm gonna go back into it.
Okay.
Watch it again. Was it pulling? I can't see the 2000. Was it pulling it down to 2000, or is that mostly 2500?
Mostly 2500.
We may need to turn the booster up or something.
Okay. Well,
I'm going up slowly, trying to keep it in that 2000 column.
Dyno's good. We're gonna have to add more boost to the dyno. It's gonna struggle holding it on to it. Right there, flap went on. It's okay, we're still doing good. Just ease it up. I'm gonna wait and correct. All right, come on back down. All right, I'll take a look at the log for correction. If you want to go turn the boost valve up.
The big one or the T one?
Probably let's turn the one that should have a handle on it.
Okay.
Let's add just a little more there.
I looked over when we did that first rev up into it, and we were at like 375 foot-pounds of torque at 2300 or something. I was like, oh my god,
that's a little nutty.
Little nutty torque at that low RPM.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be a torque monster.
Hey, this is gonna make a great track turbo though. Think of the whole shot out of the corners you'll have with this turbo. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially if you're caught in between, you're not quite into that other gear you need to be into, and it's the long pull out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna give you some legs right there in that power band, you know?
Mm-hmm. Most certainly is.
Man, I bet when Lester gets his setup done with that, he's gonna have a hard time coming out of corners.
No. Ooh. Luckily, this one's already got an LSD on it because it is going to need it.
Yeah. Yeah, the time attack guys will love this turbo too. Matter of fact, Lester's he's gonna have to either change his.
What's that? I can't hear you with the phones on.
Oh, I'm just thinking of Lester with this tune and coming out of the corners and one of his time attack things. He's gonna like this thing, man.
Okay, let's work our way up a little more, see how it does. You're live.
You want to go up 22 or
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we want to we want to stay at 2,000, but ultimately we want to try and get to max throttle.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying.
I think it looked pretty good.
3 or 4 pounds of boost, maybe 3 pounds of boost. It does look halfway decent, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of spike there. Okay, so we've done some of our lower RPM dialing in. We figured out the turbo jumps in about 2750 and full spool.
Yes.
And so this is going to be a quick rever. Yeah. And now we're going to try a 3,000 to.
We just did 5,500.
So that's probably 7,000 then.
Yeah.
Let's give her a shot, see how she does. We'll do our first full pull on this, and this should be a little bit exciting. Building shaking, Phillip. All right, our Starting to get a little bit of noise, to be expected. Sounded good on the knock headphones. Our trims aren't getting too far out of a line. No, they look good.
From right there, we have a boost decline. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a AR housing or turbine efficiency. That's not horrible.
Or it could also be a boost leak.
Boost leak, or you're not overcoming your exhaust pressure on your wastegate.
Do we have an exhaust pressure sensor on this one?
No, not right now.
Probably should add
have
one.
Yeah, we could literally be shutting the wastegate valve or opening it up, pushing it open. So yeah, that could be.
Okay. All right. So we'll need to get one of those on here. What our pull look like?
At 6,500, we had how many pounds of boost? If you go back over there.
Yeah, I mean we dropped down to a quarter bar.
Yeah.
So we're losing boost pretty quickly.
Yeah. Right there at the end of the rev brake.
Let's see. I wonder if slowing it down any will help, or will make a difference. What would we see with that?
Because it may be outrunning the dyno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
yeah. The dyno may be outrunning the wastegate actuation.
Pull up our servo and acceleration.
Yeah, I got that.
So right there about mid-level, and then it's picking it back up.
That was at 5,500-ish. Where's our 50? Let's see what happened at 5,500. That's really where the boost started to decline, isn't it?
Yeah, we're seeing this when we open the wastegate. I mean the resonance flap.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah. And then
Something else for us to look at. Boy, that sure looks like a boost leak to me, and not a back pressure issue.
let me check the connections.
Okay.
If any of them look like they've slipped, we'll get them fixed.
Okay. Because we're losing half a bar there, and we're not. How much CFM are we pushing? Engine load.
Not even half a bar, what was it? A quarter bar.
I mean, half our boost.
Yeah, half a boost.
We definitely aren't getting as much smoke as previous.
No, we're not. No, because we're not. I'm gonna rant, but I'm gonna say it. We're not dealing with the shitty engineering of TPCs.
All right, let's just run that last one back again.
Ready to run that one back?
Yep. Did any better. I'm still dropping to 124.
They did better last pull. Is that right?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah. I wonder if we change the rate to 500, if it would change.
What's the servo look like? Servo Excel.
Almost identical between the two pulls.
Not doing bad. Man, it just seems like it just seems like that it's always something.
It's a challenge.
Try 500.
Okay.
little bit more.
Yep. It looks better. The graph looks totally better.
We're still down at 126 on our intake manifold pressure.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
I know what we need to do.
What?
The boost line on the turbo that's going to the wastegate. Let's put it on the same source as the map sensor. Make sure our intercooler's not causing a pressure increase on the hot side.
Intercooler causing a pressure increase.
If your pressure increases, if you have a restriction, the intercooler from side to side on the intercooler, you have a higher pressure on the hot side, and you're plumbed into the turbocharger to open the wastegate, you're gonna open your wastegate early.
Okay.
If we plumb up on the other side going into it, we have exactly, your wastegate's gonna be controlled by what the motor actually has.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's a possibility. We need to test that theory.
Okay. Let's do it. All right.
Well, we did find a boost leak.
We did find a boost leak.
Yes. Wrong coupler, wrong year, an M96.05, M96 coupler. Early model for vacuum port was installed in one of our cross pipes on our intake.
For that, and that was for the dyno build out specifically, not part of the engine, was it? Or was it actually on the engine itself?
Is that actually on the engine itself?
Whoops. Yep. We'll need that to be correct.
Yeah, so we got that, but we just pressure tested everything old school way and found our issue and got it resolved.
No. It's one thing about testing these day in and day out is you start to gain a sense of what's right and what's not, and if something doesn't look right, you
have to investigate.
Got to dive deeper.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. Let's get a little more heat into the engine, and we'll be ready to do a few more pulls and see if we can get some real numbers on this guy.
We may watch our. I don't think it shouldn't have messed with the fuel, but.
No, that's a good point. We will want to keep an eye on it.
Just keep an eye on it. I did manage to get that kink out of that pipe.
Nice.
I twisted it and just clamped it down at a little bit of an angle, and it took it right out.
Very good. Not that it was necessarily affecting anything, but I just didn't like the looks of it.
And it opens the question, maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe it is.
And I don't remember seeing that as part of our testing data requirements.
Right?
Right.
Yet.
Have an interesting one coming up. There's one that they dropped the other day on I think it's just a stock engine rebuild or something.
Okay.
It's got a K&N cold air intake system on it. And now we've already done our back-to-back 3.6, 3.8 intake versus our dyno intake, and if I remember correctly, there was no power gain with any of the
air boxes.
The air boxes.
Right. Yep. They were all within 1 or 2 horsepower of each other.
And
seems like the dyno one was about maybe 2 more than the rest, and so that's why and it's a little easier, but I don't think we're gaining much by it.
But I do want to run that K&N cold air intake pipe when we dyno that engine.
Okay.
Because my theory is that since about early 2000s, about 2002 and 3, the manufacturers really started nailing those air boxes, and the requirement to gain anything or the advantage to gain anything by swapping them out was none.
Yeah. It became a lot tougher for sure, I think. And specifically on the Porsche, if you look at the size of the air filters, you know, that big, long, like they are, there's just a lot of surface area there to flow a lot of air without impeding or creating much of a vacuum.
Yeah, no, not at all. And we are good and warm. We got a little bit of heater. But when we were, you know, you were a little older part of the generation. But me growing up in high school, it was always, oh, I got a cold air intake.
Yeah.
You know, on the fuel injected cars or the carbureted guys had the open element breather with the cool K&N top that was open as well.
Mm-hmm.
Little add-on piece. Yeah. I think we were just more enthused with the sound it made, you know.
It still sounds pretty cool.
It does.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got a little heat in her. Do we have the intercooler water
Nope. Let me go turn it on. I turned it off while I was doing that.
Sounds good. See, our IATs are up just a hair.
Run just another test back to back?
Yeah, let's run that last one again.
Okay.
We'll pay particular close attention to the trims, make sure that it's not off too much after from the leak specifically. But I think that the Motec will actually compensate for that quite nicely when it sees the higher boost pressure.
Yeah, we'll be hitting cells. We should hit cells we haven't hit yet.
Mm-hmm.
And see what our setup is actually supposed to do. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We got to get that before it's on something.
Everything's killed. Everything's killed.
No, I mean, I was worried it was on the pipe burning.
I gotcha.
Including
I was
this.
just letting you know everything's killed.
Okay.
All right. A little excitement for the video.
Yeah.
That was after I closed the throttle body. It hadn't bled the air pressure out. And none of these have a bead on them to hold it.
Do we have a blow-off valve?
Yeah, we have a, I don't know if we got one.
So,
we do.
That's why we would have a blow-off valve,
yes,
isn't it?
Yes, that's the point of a blow-off valve.
Okay.
Right there. Yes.
All right. A little more plumbing to do.
Yeah. So, not a big deal.
553 horsepower and 523 torque.
Yeah, that was our problem, wouldn't you reckon?
I'd say that was that was probably our issue.
That put a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice number.
It is a nice number.
Right until the entire thing blew up.
That's all right.
I say, right until our intake blew up.
Yeah.
But, you know, in a non-destructive manner. So did we get a blow-off valve in there?
Oh, no. We're going to have to do some figuring on that. Well, we answered our question. Where did the horsepower go?
Yep, now we know.
Now we know.
Okay.
And we hadn't even dialed in the timing.
No, we have not added any timing.
$553.
Because you came off pretty slow. I mean, right here's peak. That's at 53, 54, 55, 56.
Wait, what? How many pounds? What's the max boost it hit early on? Oh, it hit even higher.
Yeah, 156.
Cool.
Yeah, we were pushing.
And then down at the end, it did drift a little bit, but
yeah,
not.
Held it. I mean, that's kind of, you can kind of see where the here where the spring opens up on the wastegate. I think. Let me see. I don't know though. It held it pretty much the whole dang way. Like
that looked great, actually. And you typically see some fluctuation in them.
There we go. All right, so we ramped up here. We were at our half bar, and I mean it held it pretty good.
Within a pound, PSI or two.
I mean within a half a PSI.
Yeah.
150.
I thought we saw 61 there.
156. 155.
0.7 PSI.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much there.
Yeah.
There's a little peak right there on the flutter when the resonance flap opens.
Yeah. But it still stays.
And
never
then it
drops
starts.
below 7.5.
Yep.
All the way. And that's the pop right there.
Yep.
And see, it went to 162. Yeah. It just said not 165. Yeah, that's what. As I was shutting the.
Yeah, because we were still at where's our throttle pedal? I mean, we're at 78% throttle when that happened. So I don't know if we need to shut it down quicker or slower.
And we'll figure it out. I put that clamp in a different position and tighten the shit out of it. So we need to get us a damn bead roller so we can put beads in these when we do this shit.
Okay.
I think they're about $250. They just mount in a vise, you stick the pipe in there, and you roll it around. It puts a bead on right there at the end.
Okay.
That's matter of fact, the adapter I made for the turbo, because this silicone pipe's different than 153s. I had to weld a bead on the end of a expansion pipe to keep it to prevent that from happening. All right, fire in the hole.
Okay.
All right, I'll go back. That's it. That's it exactly.
Just one of these little guys.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're light duty. I mean, they work great on aluminum when we get to doing turbo stuff. Our own kits, actually, I think piping in aluminum would not be a bad option.
Okay. All right. Well, we had a little bit of excitement there, but we did hit much better looking numbers.
Yes.
We had about 150 to 156 kPa, or a little over half a bar of boost throughout the entire run. Seemed to hold it well. Turbo kept up no problem.
Yeah.
And so did have a little bit of a challenge on the on back and back off of it. A little bit of pressure build up, not a lot. We got up to about 165 psi, and so that tube that hasn't been bead rolled is what gave on us.
Yes.
And so we will actually get that for, making our custom piping. We'll get a bead roller and get that taken care of tomorrow. But for now, I think we're probably good to hit it again, and let's run that through one more time, and then we'll have a comparative to start dialing in the timing with. Actually, I say that. One thing that we did not do
was check everything.
Yeah, we checked the, I did go through and check out the map pressure, but we did not dial the fueling in anymore, because I know we were having to add a little, or I was pulling a little fuel. So yeah, the Motec adapted pretty well, as kind of to be expected, honestly, but about an extra, stayed single digit most of the time throughout the run. Back down here, so we're right here. We'll pull a little bit out of that one, which makes sense. Marty, you still used to the link. Okay. And then through here, not bad. This one right here, I think it's holding pretty steady on this. Okay, we've done a little bit of adaptation of our map. Everything else looks good, and so now we're going to give it another pull and see how she goes. Nice run, nice pull. All right, and dun dun dun. Survey says
554, 510.
554 peak power and 510 peak torque.
Yeah.
That is pushing it pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's add a little more timing and try again, shall we?
On the lower section where we hit boost early, I would keep the timing pretty conservative. My whole thought was like at 2,700 RPM hitting 400 foot-pounds of torque.
Well, I mean, right now we're at 16. Is that conservative enough for you?
Oh yeah. I just didn't want to run into an issue later on.
Well, and I mean, honestly, we'll let the engine tell us, right? Like, we're paying attention. We're not, you know, we're watching our knock levels. We're not seeing anything up into the threshold that would be concerning yet. We're staying well underneath our threshold. So
yeah, I'm surprised it's made this much power with that much timing taken out of it.
Yep. And you know, so and we've also got a lot of fuel. Our AFR is running
11.9 is what I was looking at earlier.
I mean, somewhere 11.8 to 12.1 pretty consistently through the pool.
And that's good.
Yeah. So that's just a nice safe number. Probably won't try and lean it out any, but yeah, we can add just a little more timing and see how it goes. I did want to double check our intake air temps, and those are getting up to about 135, 137, 140 right in there.
Yeah.
So we can live with that, I think.
Yes. It's a little,
all right.
A little higher than I want.
So
hoping to see it.
Equal.
Did I turn that water back on? I'm gonna go check to make sure. What's the temp at now?
97.
It's gotta be on.
Yeah, it's on. All right, added 3 degrees. And typically these engines have been able to take a fair amount of timing.
Yes. They
even with the boost.
Even with the boost, they react really nice. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep, we're ready. Let's do another pull, see how she looks. Looking good.
Yeah.
All right, pull up the comparative.
Oh.
She liked it everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're looking great.
Okay. All right.
Well, that put us 23.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I think we can add we'll just inch on up a little bit more. Got a little home video for the some of the people, for the group of owners that are curious to see what this Garrett does. All right, adding 2 more degrees of timing, so maxing out at about 25 degrees at 6,000. Going back, let me just go back and peek at my knock levels, but based on how the engine responded, I'm not seeing any. Yeah, okay, we were getting
a little bit of talking, but no.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit noisier.
Down low, but up high.
And that's just right. Where is that?
That's
right in the knock band, right?
Yeah.
And where we're opening that flap is where we're seeing it. We're just kind of where we typically see it. So I may, yeah, let's just see how this does.
All right, ready now?
Yep.
You got him?
I'm ready. Good little teaser.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
What?
Well, not far off from needing a dyno upgrade for sure.
Yeah. It's one step at a time.
Yep. Progress.
That's right. Are you ready?
Yep. Window there.
We hit one.
Yeah, we sure did. Pulled a little timing as a result too. Oh, we got that knock timing turned way up. Might have pulled to see what that did to our. That's going to affect our mid numbers, I bet. It still liked it, but it's got a little rattly on us is all. Okay, right there about 6,000.
Yeah, I hit, when I was, the only knock I had whenever I was doing NA was right at that same spot, 6,000.
Okay, so we're gonna pull that 2 degrees back, yeah, back out. I think we can let it ramp back up at the 7. It's by 6,500, long gone, so I'm not worried about it there. It's all quiet. And then,
man, that was random too. Just one little pop.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, we're kind of hitting the warning. Okay, this one should be for all the marbles. Feel pretty good about how we've got the fueling dialed in, how we've got the timing dialed in. I'm gonna go ahead and take another video of this one while we're doing it. I think this is gonna be our money run. So I'll video while we're videoing.
You want to change the rate 400?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Seem pretty happy.
Yeah.
All right. What's the final number? $566 and $525. We lost a little bit on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, but we also made it a safer tune, corrected some fuel, prevented the knock spikes. That's what you have to do.
All right. Looks good. Let's call it at that.
All right.
I think. I don't know. We'll do a comparative and see. I think it likes the 500. I bet.
Yeah.
I think we need to do it just a little. Now, let me see what the boosts look like. Also, seems to be when we do a couple back-to-backs, it starts getting a little warm on us.
Yeah.
So our IATs were up to about 145, so we're getting a little more heat. So our boost, let's see, on this back-to-back, did we lose?
Yeah. We
lost across the board, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because we are...
The same amount of boosts as earlier.
Yeah, but it's we're kind of trailing off a little quicker on it. We're not holding it quite as well with that.
Oh, then we'll just go rate 500.
Yeah, or even 500 seems to be the right number though. I'm gonna pull a little bit of that timing back out that I just pulled in. I don't think that did a bit of good, to be honest with you.
The mid-range timing or whatever?
Yep. Okay, all right. And so we're a little safer there. Took a little fuel out up top, which, like you said, will be just a little bit safer. It looked really clean though, so I'm gonna put just a hair back in. All right, let's give that one a run. Okay, here we go. We think this is gonna be the money run. We lost a little last time, took out a few of our adjustments, and I think we've got it safe, knock free, and ready to roll. Good, looked really good. And survey says, well, must be around that 565 and 523 mark, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's good.
That's good.
What was the 1 3 ago that we hit?
574, I think.
Yeah.
572.
Okay. I think that's the magic number.
We're talking about fucking 5 or 6 horsepower and chance of blowing something up versus it staying together.
Okay, so we made our best run was 572, 527 foot-pounds of torque. Peak torque was happening around 45 to 5,000.
Yeah, I carried out there quite a ways.
It's definitely, as soon as we kick in, we know we're getting full boost around 2,700 RPM. So there's no lag on this guy. The wastegate's doing its job. We're able to maintain that half bar of boost throughout the RPM band, so we know the turbo is doing what we need it to do. We don't have any back pressure numbers on it, but we already know from one of them that we've installed that the back pressure numbers are good on these. All right, that's good looking. Okay, so wrapping up, Phillip, what do you think? What did we learn?
that is one bad little turbo.
It is, isn't it? That little sucker gets it.
I was totally, and this is honest, I was totally expecting to see what we were seeing on the Dyno was not a boost leak.
Yeah.
And we were running out of turbine housing.
Just because it was kicking in and getting so strong so early that, you know, it seemed like it might have been a little too small because of that.
Yeah, and dude, this turbo has freaking legs. Yes.
It's pretty crazy how far the turbo designs have come just in the last 10 or 15 years.
Oh yeah, it's all happened. The technology we were buying into in 2008 and 9 is obsolete, and I have a turbo that actually it's bolted into my car right now. It was a turbo when it came out. It set all the records in class racing and all this other stuff, and you couldn't even come close to making the power that these guys are making in the same class now with that turbo.
Yeah.
And they're still running a class-specific regulated size turbo. And it's just, it blows your mind.
Yeah. Just how much further the compressor wheels have come since then?
Yes, it's a matter of what they're making the components out of now. It's like they lighten the turbine wheels by making them out of high temp compatible lighter materials, and they did the same thing with the compressor wheels. They went to a full billet setup with a better material than the castings that they used to use, and so now they can create more surface area in the same dimension because they can make everything thinner and lighter, and then you add in all the technology with the bearings that's happened. It's crazy.
No. What we saw definitely was indicative of some really nice technology, and also when you've got a big old engine, a 4.1 liter 6-cylinder engine, and you put some boost on it, what it can really do even with just a small amount of boost. And you figure this is going in a 3,000 pound car. That horsepower to weight ratio gets pretty nice pretty quick. And we did do some testing with some other turbos with the original Journal turbo that they came in with, and it seemed like we were getting a little too much back pressure on that one to really get any performance out of it like we were hoping, and felt that on the street. And then we also tried a Zona turbo, which was a little bigger, and it was coming in a little later than we wanted, but also that thing, we had problems with it. It liked to shoot some oil into the exhaust.
There's something that was up with that turbo. Don't know exactly what. I really like the turbo we decided to go with, this Garrett.
Yeah, I mean the Garrett is a premium for that turbo, and after comparing it to some of the others that we've gotten to test out over the last few months, I would say it's definitely worth it, and that'll be our standard moving forward.
I want to say for these guys doing time attack and racing with these cars, man, this turbo, man, is really gonna make you you'll like it. I think it's gonna be a great setup.
Yeah, I agree. What we haven't seen yet is how a turbo is gonna handle racing. We just got to get more data on that and see how it does.
But we're gonna have to test the limits on the efficiency of keeping the turbo cooled off and having the individual systems in the car like we do. I think it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, and the one thing about these turbos is we do have to run coolant through the turbo. We're using the same closed loop system for the turbo that we are for the intercooler, and that's probably why we're seeing a little higher intercooler temps. We've also seen a little higher engine temps on the turbo vehicles. We do run a very thick oil that's highly rated. The 300V modal 10W60 is what we've standardized on for these, and that definitely helps. That provides solid protection up to 270 degrees Fahrenheit, which is higher than we really want to see it running, but as long as the oil's keeping up and we're not seeing any additional shear or too low of viscosity causing what we've seen with some of the oil starvation, that is, viscosity is a major factor in that, then I think it's going to be okay, and we'll just keep doing our long-term testing and then monitoring and keep looking at the data. But I like where we're at this point.
Yeah, I do too. A gorgeous power band when you look at that, and it really makes that's comparative to the supercharger.
Yeah.
The torque slope's different, but the horsepower graph is similar.
Yeah, these things are kicking out a ton of torque, and
Yes,
it's holding it all the way through the band. And so that's the big, it's not quite as linear of a power band as what we get on the superchargers.
No.
However, it's just a lot of torque, and it seems to hold it throughout. So I'm going to be interested to get some more road testing on this one.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
All right, great work.
Great work with you too, man.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time, drive safe, have fun. See ya.